A civil rights settlement meant to stop decades of neglect got flushed by the administration because apparently fixing sewage for Black people is now a woke plot. Fixing it for white people, not a woke plot. You'd think the EPA stood for eradicate people altogether. But here's the kicker. People didn't just grumble and go back to their Netflix queue, which I do every night, admittedly, but after I do other stuff first. No, people hit the streets. From Manhattan to Mobile, over 700 protests just this past week, something called the 50501 movement. Sounds like a zip code, but it moves like a freight train. Thousands of you stood up. You marched out. You said hands off to whoever is currently pawing at what's left of democracy. Meanwhile, David Hogg, the Parkland survivor turned political firebrand, he's taking on the old guard, his own Democratic Party's old guard. He's rolling out a $20 million campaign to back progressive challengers in safe Democratic districts, basically saying, thanks for your service. Now make way for someone under 70. But not everyone's clapping. DNC Vice Chair Ken Martin is not amused. We are not amused. He's pushing a rule to keep party brass neutral during primaries. Neutral, let's say neutered. Maybe that's a better word. Translation, either Hogg shuts down his crusade. Remember, he's the vice chair of the party. Either he shuts down his crusade or he walks away from being vice chair of the DNC. No double dipping in revolution and regulation. What do you think? Reform or rebellion? It's your democracy, and this show is your stage. I want to hear your thoughts. So you can pick up the phone right now at 818-985-5735, 818-985-KPFK, 818-985-5735, 818-985-KPFK. Here's an email that just came in from Luis Salazar. He's a guy steeped in politics in the red state of Florida. He says, I think we do need a reset and have for a while. It could have been executed better on Hogg's behalf, and he should have known the old guard would try to shut him down. Congress looks like a nursing home and has for a while. We need young people to step up, and we need for some of these old farts that are just rusted in like Supreme Court justices waiting for Jesus to take them home to move on to retirement. God, I love this audience. Just so bright. Quick thing I'm going to read off the screen here that's keyed up because we are live streaming video right now on our Cary Harrison YouTube channel and Substack. This is a very important show today. Please, all you YouTubers need to like and ring the bell so the algorithm starts making Cary's show more popular. Keep going, Harrison Files. You rule the world. Thank you, David. And Valinda has just thrown in a comment, too, that's just coming up on, she's watching on YouTube. She says, I'm learning so much today about a world that I was told as a young girl was evil. But because of your enlightened approach, I'm being converted to love everyone as humans should love all others. Wow. Okay. So this is working. We are one human family. And when we talk together and have this stage together, good things happen. And education is key. You can't know what you don't know. So a lot of us are going to be as brave as we can and bring up stuff so that we all can either take what you want, leave the rest, do what you want, or don't do what you want, but at least you have the choice. And choice is everything in America. I'm going to continue with this email, and then we can jump to Kayvon or Kevin in Irvine. He's on the phone at 818-985-KPFK on your Harrison hotline. Email, just finishing it up here from Luis Salazar in the red state of Florida. He says about the Supreme Court justices waiting for Jesus to take them home to move on to retirement. They should have been mentoring a replacement and putting them in place years ago. That's usually how it works. But greed is a powerful thing. And they just stay growing their stock portfolios as they put in relatives' names, amassing wealth. After the first year of being in Congress, the AOC, the Maxwell Frost, write their first book and get their first million, start charging huge fees for appearances. That's when you know they learned how to play the game and no longer have constituents' needs as a priority. Now they play a game to see how long they can keep it going and stay there to compete to be the star of the show. I get Hogg's frustration, Luis says. Who would not be when the Senate sits on a stack of bills that could fundamentally change people's lives instantly, like gun control, he says, Social Security, Equality Acts, child care, the art of compromise and working to make the lives of average people somewhat bearable is stagnant. Now the geriatrics that run the show see the wolves coming, so they have retreated into their doomsday bomb shelters that they have been preparing for years to ride out the fallout in, while the people go at each other's throats for scraps like gladiators in an arena while they watch as entertainment on their TV from the comfort or safety. What's not to love about this audience? Thank you so much, Louise, for sending that in. We're going to jump to the phones here on the Cary Harrison Show. Just reminding you, get our newsletter at CaryHarrison.com. Let's say hi to Kayvon or Kevin in Irvine. You're on the air. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Cary Harrison. My name is Kayvon, like A1 with a K, but I want to thank you for your show. And I just want to make a quick comment about your previous host and conversion therapy. And if it works, honestly, we should turn it around, do it to all the dictators, those effing dictators from Trump and everybody else in Iran or Erdogan in Turkey and all that. Let's take a conversion therapy on them to see how it works. And why are they doing the things that they're doing to people, suppressing people, and taking everything else for their own? They're the ones that need the conversion therapy to be turning into a beautiful human being that they're never going to be. Anyway, thank you very much, and have a great day, sir.
Thank you, my friend. That was brilliant. Oh, my God. It never in a million years occurred to me. That is the exact answer to explain conversion therapy. If it really worked, why aren't we using it on dictators? Because we could just change them in like a month and all these problems would be gone just like that. And that's how you know it's twaddle. That was brilliant, Kayvon. You got a gold star and A+ on your fanny. Let's go to G in Glendale. You're on the Cary Harrison Files. Welcome.
On dictators, because we could just...
And G, if you could turn your radio down, maybe all the way. We're going to put you back on hold for a second. You're going to hear me say, turn your radio down. G, you're on the air. When you do, we'll bring you back. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Let's bring G back up and listen to him listening.
Brother Cary Harrison, can you hear me?
Now I hear you.
Hi.
Can you turn your radio down?
I turned it down. Listen, Brother Cary Harrison, I've been trying to catch you for a month, both here and on IMRU. But, you've been taking, sometimes you don't take phone calls. You had your female on with you, Flash. What's it called? I did a million things to say, but I just want to say one thing and get out, and I'll hopefully catch you Monday. You got to promote. You got to do. I've been trying to tell your partner, Brother Sly Sylvester, and yourself, and another one of your hosts on Pacifica. You got two shows. You got to promote both of them. You can't just say, "Well, I'll see you next on Friday." You got to say, "This Monday, my other show, IMRU. Catch me 7 p.m. Blah blah blah." All right, I'll let somebody else get in. I'll hopefully catch you Monday night on IMRU. Take care.
All right, my friend. Thank you. So that is a listener publicist, if there ever was one. He's right. Every other Monday, I do a show called Unzipped. And we get into the human psychology. We get into psychosexuality. We get into dating and loneliness and how to fix that and how to connect. That's coming up this Monday. This Monday, we've got the big doctor from CBS Mornings. She's coming on, and we're going to talk about an app, a dating app that stops people from hoodwinking you online and other things. Really a great insider look at sort of our human motivations. And then that's followed by Garrett Glazer, who is a big reporter, network reporter on ABC and NBC, who it turns out was gay at the time, and what he fought and how he fought systems. Most particularly, I think women will relate in trying to climb the ladder, and they just cut the rungs before you can even climb up, or anybody else nowadays, any of us. So these are going to be tools that you're going to need for your future survival. That's Monday coming up at 7, this coming Monday here on KPFK.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? Well, you call low-cost airlines because they specialize in cheap flights, in discount hotel rooms, in cheap car rentals, and with the best price guarantee. Often 75% off. 901-235-1795. 901-235-1795. 901-235-1795. 901-235-1795.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a continuous glucose monitor allows you to fully take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you take insulin, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors. So don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call VeraMed Health now.
Call 855-996-9708, 855-996-9708. Call 855-996-9708. Call now.
Yeah. Good morning. Listen, I empathize with that person that called about loving everybody. I try to love everybody, although it's very difficult. But I got an exception. I'm trying to empathize with the transgender movement because I know they're humans and I agree with it in many respects. But in some respects, it's unfair. Like biological males competing in women's sports is not fair to the woman because there's an inequality there. Or when transgenderism is being pushed on the throats of kids in school.
It's not being forced. It's not being forced. Carlos, it's not being forced. And it's people are not being forced into sports. So it's a tiny little fraction of a news story that sweeps like a hurricane. And the next thing you know, it's happening in everywhere. And it's such a big problem that starving people and homeless people and fascism doesn't matter. What does matter is somebody playing basketball somewhere in Iowa, and we should stop the whole country because of it. So let's not perpetuate BS. I do appreciate your call. We're going to jump quickly to. I'm so sorry, we're out of time. It's not personal. Next week, call back. I promise to give you more time. I do have to go to Harold next and give him 1 minute before we're off the air. Harold in Santa Barbara, you're on.
Oh, congratulations. Great show. I appreciate it. I have a older brother who has suffered his whole life. He was a gifted artist. He was a gifted athlete, but he's still in the closet, and he doesn't even know he's in the closet. So please, and your guest was beautiful, but my poor brother will die in the closet, and it's just sad. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for letting us know about that. Yes, there is a giant new world. And trust me, being congruent with your nature, and as we love in California, just be authentic, be your true self. It's real. So just because people say it, it doesn't mean they mean it. What they really mean is be more like them so that they can feel more comfortable. What it really means, if you look at Aristotle, Plato, if you look at any of the philosophers, if you look at just being congruent with your nature, it's whatever your hardwiring is. If it's to be a ship captain, if it's to be anything, be that, and you will flourish.